Do you have a speech impediment?
Yes, I have a speech impediment. Have it my whole life. Stuttering, but that's just how the game goes. When I'm in the studio, when I'm in the booth, it's none of that because I am what I say. So, it's just complete vibes, complete like everything it just flows out. But I do have a speech impediment, and I'm gonna let you in on a secret today, Smallz. This is exclusive, my nigga, exclusive. Um, at some point, when I make it to a certain point in life, that will be one of the a goal in life of mine is to find a way to give back to kids who have speech impediments, whether it's simply free speech counseling or classes or some type of way, because I know from firsthand experiences, like in elementary, it was like super bad. Like I couldn't get a sentence out, and then of course it leads to, if you don't have real friends, it leads to people bullying you and people. I never really got bullied for it because I had real friends, but I know people who it's affected, and so I definitely have. I want to try and like help the next kid or help the next person coming up who's even doing music and who feels okay because I have a speech impediment. I can't be I can't be the artist I want to be or a rapper or whatever. But maybe you can get cold as hell on the beats, or you can learn how to engineer, or you can learn how to do something, so you can still achieve and be happy with yourself and not have stuff like that hold you back. So
Is it called something specific? I mean, call it a speech impediment.
right.
You said stutter. Is there something that is specifically called, though, medically?
I have no idea. I've always been called it stuttering or speech impediment is the I guess the what's the word, the
Formal way of saying it, maybe?
the
More formal?
not formal, but not political, but like the politically correct, that shit. It's the politically correct way to say, oh, he stutters or he whatever.
Some people have it way worse than you.
Yes, and I know this for a fact. And I'm grateful for like what I do have. It's not like, as you can see, I don't try and like, I'm not trying to hide it and like stop the interview and all that shit. Like, oh, but it's just a part of who I am. And I feel like if you can't like accept who I am, and if I can't even accept who I am, then how am I gonna try and be in a field where like a bunch of people know who I am. So, I still got more swag than most of these niggas. I still make better music than most of these niggas. I can't say got more money because I don't. But yeah, if y'all want to have a dressing competition or get in the studio and make some music, I'm about all that.
It was worse when you were younger?
Yeah, it was like way worse. Like in elementary school, all the kids had like a regular class, and I was in the regular class, but there would be like one period like out of the day where I gotta go to a speech class. So, and it was literally only like 3 kids in the speech class, and we would sit at a computer and go through like specific techniques on like how to like how to calm yourself down in a sense, because as a child, once you start stuttering, you're gonna only try and force the word out even more, which causes more stuttering, more stuttering. So the main method that they tell you is, just stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop, and keep it going.
Now, you said real friends. What's a real friend?
A real friend is somebody who can keep it a hundred with you, a honey bun, 100. A real friend is somebody who through the ups and downs, is gonna let you know what's real at all times. Not necessarily saying like, yo, like, nah, bro. Oh yeah, that song's good, or not even from a music perspective. Like my real friends, when I told them, yo, I'm going to Atlanta, they were all like, okay, where you gonna stay? And I was like, I don't know. They were all like, yeah, nigga, you're wildin', you're out of line, you tripping. And then when they kind of realized, like, okay, he doesn't care clearly. I've had friends who sent me like shit to find roommates on. So it's just somebody who like genuinely cares about you and your well-being outside of all the other extra shit. That's what a real friend is. If you don't have a real friend around you, feel bad for you. I'll be your real friend. Probably won't, but sounds nice.
Could your speech impediment get any better than what it is now? Is there anything that can be done? Or is this the best it can be?
I don't know. I think that's one of the things that's like, I think $100 million would help it. So if anybody wants to, help me stop stuttering, just give me $100 million and I promise I won't even talk again. But other than that, I don't know. I just think it's one of those things. At this point, I'm beyond like taking classes for it and doing stuff. So I just feel like it's just like, if it goes away, it goes away. If it's here, as you said, it's not terrible. It's not to where you and I can't have an intelligent conversation or a conversation at all because, I have to keep stopping and starting over. And so, at this point, I'm comfortable with it. So if it goes away, that's great. If it doesn't, oh well.
When you say you're beyond it, meaning you're too good for a class or you've excelled at all the classes possible?
No, it's just I feel like at this point, if I'm not forced to take the class, I'm not going to, because simply I'm bad with classes. So at a young age in elementary school where you kind of don't have a choice, I'm going to take the classes as long as I have to. But now as a grown up, like mentally I know like, yeah, I could go to this class, but I'm probably not going to pay attention to anything. I'm going to do the bare minimum to get out the class. And then, so at that point, I just feel like I'm beyond it, like whatever.
Is this considered a handicap? Do you get a handicap sticker for what you have?
Yo, that's a good ass idea, Smallz. I need to check up on that one because if so, government, I'm on your ass. Y'all owe me. A lot of parking tickets I done got for parking in these handicap spots, but I be paying them though.
I'm wondering if you could get disability for something like this.
Smallz, look, I might need to make you my manager or something like that if you're going to keep coming up with these great ass ideas, because nobody in my life has ever even thought about putting some money in my pocket for my stuttering. That's a good ass idea.
Now, growing up, confidence never was a problem.
Never was a
Depression,
problem.
Suicide. You said teasing, bullying wasn't an issue for you.
Yeah, okay. Confidence never was a problem. I've been had the sauce since I was, this small, So I always felt as if I was that nigga or that guy. Depression, I have experienced depression, but only from because I set so high goals for myself at times that when I don't achieve them, even though the goal is a lot of times unrealistic, if I don't achieve the goal, I will I don't want to say like I shut down, but I get into this zone of like, yo, am I good enough? Am I good enough? And then thinking like that only leads to like only more bad thoughts and bad vibes and a deeper depression because you start thinking about, I don't have this in my life. I don't have that. Like, my life is going terrible. When really you have life, period, which is enough to be grateful for in itself. So, I keep a positive mind now. Like, I just don't even I've kind of accepted, like, life is what it is. So there's no need to be depressed about it.
What about a significant other? Has that been hard to get because of the impediment?
No, because I've always had the sauce. See, if you got the sauce, she could get lost in the sauce, as the great Gucci Mane once said. So if she get lost in the sauce, she won't even realize you got a speech impediment. She won't even realize all that until your sauce run out. But if you got the sauce, hopefully it don't run out, because if it does run out, you never really had it in the first place. So, but all of my my girlfriend now has been very accepting of it. She loves me for me. I love her for her. It's a real vibe.
Are there any other musicians that have a speech impediment, but when they musically record, it's not a problem? Because I know another rapper that when you talk to him, the impediment's noticeable, but when he raps and the songs come out, there's no impediment. Right. You would never know he had a speech issue.
Damn, what's that nigga?
And it doesn't have to be rap. It could be country,
right.
pop.
I heard. Damn, what's the lady's name? I want to say it's not. Okay, the first person coming to my mind is Madonna, but it's not Madonna. It's like somebody on that kind of like level. It was one of those kind of God level people who people say like, yo, she's like hands down one of the greatest to ever do it. So I don't know exactly who it was, but somebody. And I'm actually willing to bet that like I'm going to say like 35% of the industry today probably has like speech impediments. It's just, you won't ever experience it because for one, when the music comes out, it's flawless. Or when you make it to a certain point in the music game, like I know people have labels and PR teams who will give you coaching on, who like study you almost, and they know, okay, he struggles with P words or he struggles with these words, so they'll give you like alternate words or alternate things to help you go around it as much as you can. So, but yeah, I know a lot of them have it.
Because it's one thing to make the music and record it flawlessly and perfect it with an engineer and the mixing and
right.
all that sort of stuff. Editing is amazing, just like Photoshop for a model is amazing.
Right.
But in person, live, just like you would see a model live when she's not behind a computer screen, performing, does the impediment happen?
The impediment, it's the exact same thing. So it may come out in between songs if I'm just kind of talking shit, if I'm on stage just popping shit, or welcoming everybody to the show, or just doing any kind of talking back and forth with the DJ. So in my performances, I try to keep it like, very minimum talking, because once I start performing the songs, it's all good, it's all gravy, because I am the songs are me. So if I'm able to turn it on and off in the studio, I'm able to turn it on and off as I perform the song as well.
In rap, you could definitely mask it because the DJ can do a lot of the talking and transitions between songs.
Exactly.
And nowadays, when it comes to rappers, they're not even when they're on the beginning level, the intermediate level of certain club sizes, they're rapping, without an instrument. They're rapping to their own song already recorded.
Right, exactly.
So it can be masked.
Exactly.
Now, if you're doing stadiums and arenas, that level, they're rapping a cappella.
Exactly.
On
to
a
the
beat.
instrumental, right?
To an instrumental.
Exactly, and they got the head, yeah, all that shit.
The in-ears and stuff.
Yeah, it's really, yeah, you're 100% right. Like, as far as, and another big thing of being at a small part of your career, you know, you may only have 10 minutes on stage. So I don't got time to be doing a bunch of talking anyway. You know, I got 10 minutes you can squeeze, you know, if you got a bunch of short songs, you can squeeze 4 short songs. So at that stage of your career, all you're trying to do is, okay, I need to get as many songs out as I can. So hopefully one of them sticks with the people. So even if I'm performing and you're like, all right, play the next track. Let's just go to the next one. You know, let's see what the people want. Something like that. You don't have a lot of like dialogue to point out people in the crowd and, you know, all that stuff like that. So you're 100% right. What is water good to hell?
Have you ever ran across somebody from the music industry that said this ain't gonna work? Maybe an executive in A&R. Maybe they hear your song and they like the song. They sit you down and say, "Oh, you have a speech impediment, huh? I don't think this will work."
Not in music. I've ran across that a number of times with applying for jobs. You know, I got a good resume. Everything looks amazing. And then when I sit and talk to the person, if they see I have a speech impediment, if I'm in a customer service position of some sort, they may say, well, we can't really give you this job, but we could put you, you know, in the back in the stock room where you don't really have to talk to people, or they don't even give you the job, where they say, oh, we'll call you back. We'll call you in 2 weeks and let you know. All that bullshit. So not in music. Haven't run across it yet.
Why go for the rap position and be a rapper? You have a speech impediment. Why be in the limelight? Why put yourself in that? I mean, you have this issue. Why put yourself out? You could have been a producer, been behind the boards, been an engineer.
Here's a story. So I have a rap friend of mine. He's a very close friend of mine. He's like a brother of mine in Memphis, right? So at first I was managing him. So I was trying to give him, I had a formula in my head of what I felt he needed to do, or the spots I could get him in order to make a certain progression in his career, right? So I was feeding those to him, and he wasn't really taking them, because I haven't personally been an artist at that time. So he was like, it sounds good, but you really don't know the game. So I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, I'll do it for myself then, and I'll show you, you know, what I could, you know, the different platforms I can reach out to and get you on and blah and all this stuff, so we can help you pop. And it's worked out fine. So I took it upon myself. And plus, I've never allowed my speech impediment to make me a shy person. You know, at parties, I'm the life of the party. If we just sitting around chilling, joking, even if we're just tripping, I've always been a comfortable person in public. So that's all the music is. It's just being in public all the time.
Because you could have made this easy on yourself.
Yeah, but who wants the easy way out? I like a challenge, you know? I wanna try and conquer things in my life. I don't wanna say, you know, I really wanted to do that, but I didn't because, you know, of this. So, you know, fuck it. Let's do it. You know, I had the support of my homies and my brothers, and they was like, bro, we've been telling you to do it, because you could go on Facebook and see like high school videos of us beating on the desk, and I'm the one rapping on video on Facebook in 2000, like what? In 2008 or 9, before Instagram and before things could go viral. Well, things could go viral back then, but before social media was fully developed how it is today. So I've always excelled in music and making music and all that stuff. So the second I told my homies I'm gonna do it, everybody was like, okay, fuck it, do it.
Now, somebody watching this, let's say they have some speech impediment, and there are varying degrees out there. You have it lighter than other people,
Right.
and some people may have it lighter than you.
Facts.
Any general advice, somebody watching this?
General advice.
Just dealing with a speech impediment. Doesn't even have to be another musician out there. Just could be a regular
right,
person.
a regular person. Just general advice is just like, man, just accept who you are. Accept who you are and don't allow it to control you. So as I kind of previously said, don't allow it to make you not try something or not do something because I stutter a little bit or you know, I can't pronounce some words, or I have a lisp, or you know, I just have a extremely strong country accent, because people allow that kind of stuff to hold them back as well. So just take the bull by the horns, you know, and don't let it control you. You control it, and just keep your sauce on the honey, and you'll always be fine. Trust me.